Hello everyone! GoldenNova here, and welcome to Field Test, a series where we sleeve up my latest experiment and see how it operates out in the wild. If you want to see me run these decks through their paces live, you can catch me right here on YouTube every Friday at 8 PM Central Time. Subscribing will keep you posted, and if you want to stay in the loop on any updates, follow the link below for my Twitter. Alright, shameless self-promotion aside, let's talk about today's thought experiment, Harpie Ladies. In honor of the greeting card companies asserting their dominance over our cultural landscape, I decided to test out my Valentine's Ace archetype. However, aside from the holiday association, there were two big reasons to check out how this deck fares in the modern meta. No, not those! Put them away! This is a family program. No, the two main reasons to run the deck are Hysteric Sign and Harpie's Featherstorm. 2013 saw a resurgence of Harpie Lady as a rogue strategy, and that was due largely to the release of Harpie Channeler, giving the deck easy access to powerful rank 7s, like number 11 Big Eye and Mecha Phantom Beast Dracosac. But the card that was responsible for gathering all the material for these plays was Hysteric Sign. While grabbing a copy of Elegant Egotist upon activation was nice, its true power was unleashed if it was destroyed instead. Simply activate Harpie's Hunting Ground, summon any Harpie, pop the set Sign, and you can grab any 3 Harpie cards with different names during the end phase. And these searches have only gotten better over time, leading into the next big blowout card, Harpie's Featherstorm. You can only activate this trap if you control a Wind-Winged Beast, and if that monster just so happens to be a Harpie, you can activate it from your hand. Once it resolves, for the rest of the turn, your opponent's activated monster effects are negated, no matter where they come from. That means no hand traps, no graveyard triggers, and no on-field quick effects. Our game plan is simple. Use Harpie's Featherstorm to stun our opponent until we can put together enough material to utilize a number of powerful extra deck monsters, including, but not limited to, Dracosac, Big Eye, and Harpie's Pet Phantasmal Dragon. Here's a breakdown of the deck I piloted. We have 1 Harpie Lady, 1 Godarla, 1 Gameciel, 1 Kumungus, 1 Harpie's Pet Dragon, 1 Harpie Lady Sisters, 3 Harpie Queen, 3 Harpie Perfumer, 3 Harpie Channeler, 2 Harpie Harpist, 2 Harpie Oracle, 2 Harpie Dancer, 3 Called by the Grave, 3 Hysteric Sign, 3 Harpie's Hunting Ground, 2 Harpie's Feather Rest, 1 Elegant Egotist, 1 Interrupted Kaiju Slumber, 1 Double or Nothing, 2 Harpie's Featherstorm, 2 Hysteric Party, and 1 Harpie Lady Elegance. In the extra we have Harmonizing Gradiel, 1 Mecha Phantom Beast Dracosac, 1 number 11 Big Eye, 1 Utopia and Utopia Double, 1 Tornado Dragon, 1 Phantasmal Dragon, 1 Lightning Chidori, 1 Boral Sword Dragon, 1 Appaloosa, 1 Nightmare Unicorn, 1 Nightmare Phoenix, 1 Harpie Conductor, 1 Nightmare Cerberus, and 1 Union Carrier. Let's go to the test footage. Our first bout is against Madolche. Oh man, another deck I've got to put back together in paper. I love this strategy. Let's see how their numerous back row deals against our Harpie's Hunting Ground. They'll start by normal summoning Angeli and attributing it to special summon Hootcake from deck. Hootcake will banish that Angeli from grave to special summon Petting Sasur, who will in turn special summon Gelato from deck. Gelato will search Ticket, and then they'll link 2 into Madolche Fresh Cistern. They'll activate Ticket, set 2, and then pass. It's not pointing to any Madolche, let's see if we can punish them for that. We'll lead by playing Interrupted Kaiju Slumber, summoning Godarla to our end and Kumungus to theirs. Fresh Sistart will stay safe by shuffling a Madolche into the deck. Hootcake will try to go back as well, but we'll Call by the Grave that one. However, a card did still get shuffled into their deck, so Ticket will search them magically. We'll normal summon Harpie Harpist, and have Godarla attack over Kumungus, and Harpist attack Fresh Sistart for 200 damage. It'll keep itself safe by shuffling another card, and will pass turn. They'll normal summon Mageline, but we don't want them getting Petting Sasur right now, so we'll pull the trigger on Featherstorm. They'll set 1 card and pass to us. We'll normal summon Harpie Dancer and attempt to use its effect, but it eats a Forbidden Chalice. Oh well, that might actually give me the play sequence to win. We're going to overlay into Utopia Double, and we're halfway to Forever. In battle phase, we'll activate its effect to rank up into Utopia, searching Double or Nothing. We'll attack with the 5000 Utopia, negate its own attack, play Double or Nothing, and they'll activate Call by the Grave in response, but that won't do much, and we'll swing in for game. Our next duel is against Shaddolls, with a little bit of Trickstar sprinkled in there. With the release of the Shaddolls Showdown Structure deck, I'm curious to see how we do. They'll lead by normal summoning Candina, using its effect to search Korribane, which they'll then special summon. They'll play El Shaddoll Fusion, using Wendy and Hedgehog to fusion summon Winda. They'll put their effects on a chain, using Wendy to special summon Shaddoll Beast from deck face down, and Shaddoll Hedgehog to add Squamata from deck to hand, at which point they'll pass turn. We'll start by activating both copies of Harpie Queen in our hand to search 2 copies of Harpie's Hunting Ground. We'll go ahead and play the field spell, taking 200 from Candina. We'll set the sign, then normal Harpist. The field spell will then destroy sign and we'll go to battle phase, using Harpist to attack over Candina for 100. We'll set our Called by the Grave, and Hysteric Sign will activate an end phase, getting as Harpie Oracle, Channeler, and Featherstorm. On their turn, they'll flip up Shaddoll Beast, but when they go to activate the effect, we'll chain Harpie's Featherstorm. We will take a lot of damage during the battle phase, but we've effectively shut off their entire game plan. They can't use their monsters for fusion summons effectively because they won't be able to recur the cost. In main phase 2, they'll play Lord of Darkness, banishing the Squamata, setting El Shaddoll Fusion, and Harpie Harpist will search as Perfumer during the end phase. We'll normal summon Harpie Channeler, triggering the field spell to destroy their El Shaddoll Fusion, and we'll have Channeler discard Perfume and special summon Dragon from deck. Since we control a Harpie monster that's a high enough level, we get to draw 2 cards from Harpie's Feather Rest. We don't have anything else though, so we'll have to pass turn. They'll play El Shaddoll Fusion, using Corbane and Wind It to make Construct. However, when they make a big chain to get their cards back, we'll chain with Featherstorm to keep them off their game plan for 1 more turn. This also means that Construct can't destroy Harpie's pet dragon, so they'll attack over Channeler for 1200. They'll set their Shaddoll and pass to us. We'll start by activating Oracle in hand. They'll chain Shaddoll Reincarnation, but we'll chain Called by the Grave so they don't get their Winda back. On summon, Harpie's Hunting Ground will trigger. It has to destroy itself because it has no other targets, but no worries, we've got more in hand. We'll normal summon Perfumer, which searches us 2 cards, one of which is the Elegant Egotist we'll be playing to summon Harpie Lady Sisters from deck. We'll overlay into Lightning Chidori, and upon effect activation, that'll prompt the concession. Next up is Eldlich, another archetype coming out of the fantastic Secret Slayers in May. Let's see which one of us can take the gold medal. They'll start by playing Cursed Eldorlando, playing 800 to search Guardian from deck to hand. They'll send Eldlich and Guardian from hand to send Dorlando from field to graveyard to send Haquero from deck to grave. They'll send Adlantado from field to grave to special summon Eldlich back, activate Black Awakening to special Necroworld Banshee from deck, and then banish it to activate Zombie World from deck. During the end phase, they'll banish Haquero to set Red Splatter, and they'll banish Guardian to set White Fate. Then they'll pass to us. During our draw phase, they'll activate Red Splatter to summon Baylor Drock from their deck. On our main phase, we'll tribute it away to summon Kumungus, but then we'll just chain White Fate to get it right back. We don't want to trigger Baylor Drock, so we'll normal Harpie Harpist to set 2 cards and pass. During their main phase, they'll banish Red Splatter to set Everglorious Golden Land, and banish White Fate to set Conquistadors. They'll play Black Awakening to special summon Jacobolin from deck, move Baylor Drock to attack, and move to battle phase. Kumungus will attack us, summoning Fraulein from hand. We'll take 700 from that battle, 2800 from Baylor Drock, and 2500 from Eldlich. In main phase 2, they'll link summon for Vampire Sucker and move to end phase, and we'll have Harpist search as Perfumer while Baylor Drock isn't looking. During our standby phase, Baylor Drock will revive itself, letting Vampire Sucker draw them a card. We'll normal Channeler and discard Perfumer to activate its effect, but Baylor Drock will chain banishing our Channeler so that we don't have anything to pair with our pet dragon. We'll activate Hysteric Party, but Jacobolin will take one of our targets. Wow, it can do that, huh? Well, we'll get the Harpie Harpist and link summon into Harpie Conductor. We'll attack into Vampire Sucker and they'll chain Conquistador. We'll try to destroy Conductor, but we'll have it destroy Harpie Lady Elegance instead to search as Oracle. We don't attack again, and then during the end phase we'll have Harpist search as a card, but then Baylor Drock will just negate that. And then Jacobolin will go to their graveyard instead of the field because it has nowhere else to go. During the main phase, they'll set a couple cards, then banish Black Awakening to set Everglorious Golden Land. They'll link 3 to Blackluster Soldier and go to battle phase. Fraulein will attack. They'll pay 3000 to boost by 3000, dealing us 17, but we'll send Hysteric Party to the grave. They'll do the same thing with Sucker, boosting by 3000, hitting us for 27 and ending the game. That's not what I expected. Okay, the win-loss results weren't surprising, but I didn't think I'd be using Utopia Double so much. In past videos, I've tried to break down what works and what doesn't into 3 bullet points, mostly so that it's easy to imagine what the problems are, so it's easier to focus on fixing them. But in this case, I feel an even more focused critique is in order. Featherstorm is monstrously effective at shutting down your opponent once it resolves, but the trick is, well, resolving it. Dark Ruler No More will likely be as helpful in breaking boards, but that card can't be responded to, at least by monsters. Hysteric Sign is a huge boost in your card economy, but excluding some corner cases, you won't be able to leverage that advantage fast enough to control the pace of the duel. It seems like the deck's signature power plays are just below the curve of the format, but I have to admit that it can pivot into Utopia Double like nobody's business. Perfumer and Hysteric Sign make it so easy to summon the Xyz version of Armatael that I'd be curious to see what a rank 4 toolbox version of Harpies can do. using stuff like Exciton Knight or Abyss Dweller when OT King isn't feasible. Not quite accessible for now, but just think of it as another idea to revisit once Master Rule 5 drops in April. Well, time to go back to the drawing board. If you'd like to peer review my study, please leave a comment down below with your thoughts and suggestions. And if you enjoyed, I hope you consider subscribing. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.